Let us remember and never forget their sacrifices. May God forever watch over them and protect them and their families. Color Guard, retire the colors. Units, order, arms. Be seated.
I'd like to welcome Jill Davis into the Clinton County Supervisors for some opening remarks.
Good afternoon. It's a beautiful day. Welcome on behalf of the Board of Supervisors of Clinton County into a very, very moving and special event. We're happy to see so many of you here on this beautiful autumn day and for this very special occasion. I personally, and I know the other board members, would like to thank the committee for their hard work and efforts to bring this wall to our county. It is truly an honor to be standing just a few feet away from such a monument, which is dedicated to those who served their country with the ultimate sacrifice. And it is an honor to have those who have served in our nation here today, along with many of their family members. We are a nation of rights and privileges, and we owe our thanks and deepest gratitude to those men and women who have protected these gifts of freedom and choice. I pray that our future generations will never forget the sacrifice made by these dedicated individuals and the loss that their loved ones have endured. And I have a special request to all you veterans that please tell your story to our younger generation. They should never forget what has happened to your comrades and the sacrifices that you also have made. So please tell your story. I ask today that God would bless and keep them, those that have found their eternal rest by his side. God bless all our past, present, and future soldiers. You're the ones that are keeping us free from tyranny. Today, please God bless America. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce our guest speaker today. Very happy and proud Brigadier General Layer could join us. Currently, he is at Rock Island Arsenal as the Deputy Commanding General for Mobilization and Operations of the Army Sustainment Command. You have his bios with you. See his long and illustrious career. He was commissioned in 1982 and a graduate of West Point. More importantly, in recent years, in 2003, he was the commander of the 3rd Infantry Division Support Command, Camp Dogwood, Iraq. He returned to Iraq in support of the multinational division in Baghdad. In some of his past commands, the 101st Airborne Air Assault, Fort Campbell, and the 5th Special Forces Group out of Fort Bragg. Please join me in welcoming Brigadier General Brian Layer.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much. What a lovely day for an important tribute to some American heroes who perhaps haven't gotten all the recognition that they're due. Special greetings to the members on the podium with me, and in particular to the folks that have participated in the ceremony thus far. It's a beautiful day, but it's a tough day to carry the colors. because the wind is blowing, and it would be a lot easier if you were all still 19. I want to thank everyone in the audience for being here today. Thanks to the people in the community for your hard work and devotion to our nation's history and our fallen heroes, and for bringing this moving wall to Clinton. You know, I come all the way from Rock Island to give what I hope is a relatively short speech, in which I hope to express the gratitude of a grateful nation in the United States Army for the sacrifice of the fallen of all our wars, and the tremendous loss and sacrifice of their families and loved ones. At this time of what has become another long war, we've learned once again that when a serviceman goes off to war, many others sacrifice and serve as well, to include families and loved ones. For those of you who are here today, who have done that, thank you. Today we will shine a light of service on another generation, and rightfully so. Later in this ceremony, the names of those from Clinton County and neighboring counties who were lost in Vietnam and whose names are written on the moving wall will be read aloud. I wonder if it wouldn't be more appropriate for me to stop right here and simply let the names speak for themselves. After all, what can I say that would add to this sad roll call? And what could I do that could quantify the depth of their sacrifice? But since I was asked to come and speak for a few minutes, I hope I find a way to honor them with my words. I imagine that some of you, like me, have seen firsthand the random permanence of death delivered so swiftly by the terrible sword of battle. It is possible that someone here held someone listed right over there while they breathed their last breath and made a promise that they would never forget. And you come here today to reassert that commitment. Our nation fulfilled that promise in our own sacred national days by etching those names in stone. The wall in Washington, dedicated in November 1983, reminded us then, and this moving wall reminds us again today, that regardless of the time, our national mood, or the perceived necessity of the conflict, the sacrifice of our men and women in uniform is both ultimate and permanent. And when you look at their names and see yourself reflected in that stone, it reminds us all that the sacrifice was made for us, that in our great government of the people, by the people, and for the people, that responsibility for those names belongs in part to all of us. So it's good and fitting that we pause and reflect on their sacrifice, and that we take advantage of the opportunity offered by this wall. And how nice that it comes to us, and we can once again think about them. This moving wall is a gift to many who will never make it to Washington, but have sacrificed so much through their association. Chronological listing of the names of the Vietnam fallen, and in total a demonstration of the toll taken by our nation, over 58,000. Yet to some, and perhaps some here today, those etched letters mean so much more than just a name. They reflect a life. Each name reflects 1,000 members of being sad. To be sure, to those left behind, these names are a reminder of an ocean of tears. And in their reflection, they see their own life. They see their own life redirected, families broken, faith shaken, dreams disrupted, and promises unfulfilled.